Ever thought about whether your everyday routines might be silently cutting years from your life? Most of us believe we're managing our health pretty well, but there are hidden dangers lurking in choices we make every single day, especially after hitting 60. Here's something that might shock you. Staying up past your bedtime isn't even the worst offender when it comes to habits that shorten your life in your 60s and 70s. The real culprit? It's something almost nobody sees coming, and it's likely happening in your life right now. Today, we're diving into 5 everyday patterns that can quietly drain your vitality and potentially cut your life short if you're over 60. From the obvious to the genuinely surprising, I'll break down each habit, explain the science behind how it affects your body and mind, and share real stories that bring these lessons to life. Stay with me through all 5 because understanding these patterns could not only protect your health, but restore the energetic, vibrant lifestyle you're meant to enjoy. Habit number 1, too much sitting and moving too little. Many folks over 60 think retirement means finally putting your feet up and truly relaxing. But here's the problem. One of the sneakiest threats to your health is spending excessive time seated. Those long hours in your favorite chair, watching shows, reading, or chatting with friends feel comfortable and well-deserved. But when movement becomes rare, your health deteriorates in ways you won't notice until significant damage is done. Extended sitting directly correlates with shortened lifespans. Decades of research have proven this connection. When you remain inactive most of the day, your muscles atrophy, circulation slows dramatically, and your chances of developing heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers increase dramatically. But here's what catches most seniors off guard: the profound impact on brain health. Extended sitting causes blood to pool in your legs and lower extremities, reducing oxygen and nutrient delivery to your brain. This, over time, leads to mental fog, memory problems, difficulty concentrating, and significantly elevated dementia risk. Think about your typical day. Are you sitting through long stretches, maybe only getting up for meals or quick chores? It might seem harmless, especially if you're dealing with some aches and pains that make movement uncomfortable. Marcus, 72, devoted most days to his armchair with detective novels after retiring. He rarely left the house unless absolutely necessary. Within 2 years, his legs felt weaker, he was frequently winded even from small tasks, and exhaustion plagued him constantly. His doctor explained that the simple act of sitting too much was quietly eroding his strength and overall health. When Marcus committed to standing every hour, taking brief neighborhood walks, and doing light gardening, his energy gradually returned. His mood improved dramatically, and he felt decades younger. You don't need marathon training or daily gym sessions. Even gentle activities, walking to your mailbox, morning stretches, or kitchen dancing to your favorite songs, keep your blood flowing and mind alert. The secret is interrupting those lengthy sitting periods with any enjoyable movement. Habit number 2, constant negative thinking and emotional withdrawal. As we move through our 60s and 70s, it's surprisingly easy to underestimate how profoundly our thoughts and feelings influence our overall health and longevity. Most people understand that pessimistic thinking isn't great for mood, but few grasp that a pattern of persistent negativity and emotional disconnection can literally subtract years from your life. You might not feel lonely in the classic sense, but the ongoing burden of worry, anxiety, resentment, bitterness, or despair silently damages your cardiovascular system, weakens your immune function, and impairs your cognitive abilities. Research is unambiguous on this point. Individuals who consistently perceive life through a negative lens or feel disconnected from meaningful relationships face dramatically elevated risks of everything from high blood pressure to dementia and premature death. When you dwell on past mistakes, harbor grudges, or replay anxious thoughts endlessly day after day, your body remains locked in a constant state of stress. Over time, this floods your system with hormones like cortisol that increase inflammation throughout your body, damage blood vessels, and drain your vitality. The real danger is that most people become so accustomed to these mental and emotional patterns that they don't recognize the harm until it manifests in serious physical health problems. Rita, 68, withdrew from friends and relatives after losing her husband, convinced that nobody truly understood what she was going through. At first, the solitude felt protective and safe.
But as weeks became months, her world contracted significantly. Sleep quality declined dramatically, and she abandoned activities and hobbies she once cherished and looked forward to. When her daughter persistently urged her to join a widow's support community and try a basic painting class, Rita was hesitant and resistant. But after several months of consistent participation, her laughter returned, energy improved substantially, and blood pressure normalized back to healthy levels. What made the difference wasn't just staying busy, it was reconnecting with others and opening herself up to hope and new friendships. If you recognize these patterns in yourself, remember you have the power to change them. Start modestly. Call an old friend you've been thinking about. Join a community group or faith organization, or spend just few minutes daily listing things you appreciate and feel grateful for. Even these tiny steps can spark a chain reaction. Emotional wellness matters as much as physical health, especially after 60. If you're finding value here, comment with the number 2 below and hit that subscribe button so you catch every video we release. Habit number 3, thoughtless snacking on ultra-processed foods. Mindless snacking on heavily processed items accumulates into serious harm over time. Ultra-processed snacks typically contain excessive added sugars, unhealthy fats, sodium, and artificial additives that contribute to chronic inflammation, weight accumulation, elevated blood pressure, and heightened risk of type 2 diabetes or cardiovascular disease. Current research demonstrates that diet also affects cognitive function. Processed foods laden with sugar and unhealthy fats can impair memory, slow thinking, and contribute to anxiety or depression through blood sugar spikes and crashes. Kenneth, 74, enjoyed home-prepared dinners but habitually snacked on cheese crackers and commercial pastries throughout the day. After several years, his energy declined, cholesterol rose, and weight became unstable. When he replaced packaged snacks with fresh fruit, raw nuts, and whole grains, his cravings vanished and his thinking became sharper. Stock your kitchen with wholesome options. Cut vegetables, fresh berries, unsalted nuts, or plain yogurt. Reserve processed foods as occasional treats, not daily staples. Habit number 4, inconsistent sleep schedules and late nights. Erratic sleep, especially staying up late repeatedly, profoundly impacts your health and lifespan. When you consistently retire late or maintain unpredictable sleep schedules, your body's internal clock becomes desynchronized, disrupting hormone production, appetite regulation, memory formation, and immune function. Research links poor sleep with increased dementia risk. Late nights means extended artificial light exposure, which suppresses melatonin release. Without adequate restorative deep sleep, your body cannot repair tissues, consolidate memories, or properly regulate blood sugar and blood pressure. Joyce, 66, treasured late hours reading or watching programs. After a couple of years, mornings felt sluggish and her memory wasn't what it once was. When she established a consistent bedtime and calming evening routine, dimming lights and avoiding screens before sleep, she fell asleep more easily, woke feeling refreshed, and experienced less anxiety. Maintain a regular bedtime, establish a soothing routine, and keep your bedroom dark and quiet. Avoid caffeine or substantial meals late evening. Even minor sleep habit improvements yield significant rewards in energy and well-being. Habit number 5, skipping preventative healthcare visits. Surprisingly, the number 1 life-shortening habit for people in their 60s and 70s isn't what most would expect. More than any single behavior we've discussed, neglecting routine health checkups and screenings can quietly put your well-being at serious risk. After all, even the healthiest lifestyle routines can be completely undone by a single undetected illness. Preventative care is truly the cornerstone of longevity and vitality, but it's also one of the first things many people let slide as they age. There are countless reasons why seniors avoid going to the doctor regularly. Maybe you feel perfectly fine and see no reason to go, you genuinely dislike medical visits and the clinical environment, or you're simply too busy with other life commitments and responsibilities. But here's the critical truth. Skipping those routine checkups means missing vital opportunities to catch health problems early when they're most treatable and manageable. Conditions like hypertension, diabetes, certain cancers, glaucoma, hearing loss, and kidney problems can all develop silently over months or even years, showing no obvious symptoms. By the time clear symptoms finally appear, treatment becomes significantly harder, more invasive, and recovery takes much longer. Think about how easy it is to shrug off an appointment reminder letter from your healthcare provider or to tell yourself you'll schedule that routine test next year. You might rationalize that you know your body best or that you'd rather not worry about something that might never actually happen.
Walter, 70, stayed physically active and prided himself on rarely getting sick throughout his life. He figured doctor visits were completely unnecessary unless he actually felt unwell. But when he finally scheduled a checkup at his wife's persistent insistence, the physician discovered dangerously elevated blood pressure and clear early signs of kidney trouble. With prompt medication adjustments and targeted lifestyle modifications, Walter avoided potentially life-threatening complications. Looking back, he openly admits that routine checkup likely saved his life. Beyond physical health concerns, preventative checkups also include important screenings for depression, cognitive decline, memory loss, and other mental health issues that are frequently overlooked but play a major role in quality of life and independence. Regular checkups aren't just medical obligations, they're genuine gifts to your future self and to those who care deeply about you. Maintain a clear appointment calendar, discuss any changes or concerns openly and honestly with your healthcare providers, and don't hesitate to bring a loved one along for support and encouragement if needed. By building the consistent habit of preventative healthcare, you give yourself the absolute best possible chance at a long, healthy, and truly fulfilling life. Take action now. Pick one habit to address this week. Connect with a friend, exchange a processed snack for something fresh, establish a regular bedtime, or schedule that postponed checkup. Every improvement builds confidence and brings you closer to the life you deserve. Leave a comment sharing one insight you gained today and how you'll apply it. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support enables us to keep creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching.